It's a time for a new Sega system. Is this a clone? Is it fake or is it real? It's unique, that is one thing to be sure. So let's take a close look at it. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So in this video I wanted to take a close look at a weird Sega device that I've picked up from AliExpress. It didn't came from China, so far I know. It didn't came from Japan because they are sending it from a European warehouse. Oh man, it's all really confusing. But I picked it up. I already did a preview a very long time ago in the community page because this is just a really unique piece of hardware. And what I mean unique, I have never seen something like this. I can't get it out. So the thing is, like, it looks like a Mega Drive or in somehow like a deformed, weird looking device. I have never seen something like this before, and I have seen my share of Sega clone systems. So but we're going to take a close look at it later because I just wanted to give you an overview what came with it. There is only one downside because this device itself comes with an AV out cable. Very nice, high quality one by the way. But that's it, and it works on 5 volt, and we need to have an adapter. There is no 5 volt adapter with it, so I need to grab one from the shelf. It comes with a micro USB cable and it also comes with a controller. First impression, it is not really bad. We're also going to do a side-by-side comparison with the other controllers I've laying around, including the other ones, the fake ones, and how good actually is this. But what are we going to get with the system itself? So at the top we're going to get the original cartridge slot. I don't know if this has Builtin Games, that we're going to find out. Reset, power. This slider for the volume control doesn't do anything. We're having here at the left side AV out, the phone or the headphone, the power in of course. And here at the right side is quite interesting. We're going to get a switch for different regions. Wicked regions, yeah, not reasons, idiot. But the thing is, like, it's quite interesting, a lot of features. And at the front we're going to get 2 Sega original controller ports. Yeah, that we're going to try out with original controller. Okay, so what about the controller came with us? Normally with these clone systems we're going to get really horrible, cheap quality controls, but the first impression was very positive. Okay, first of all, important, the wicked smelly test. Smells slightly chemical. The D-pad, I don't know what's going on with me today, but the D-pad feels very nice. It's a floating D-pad, I'm a big fan of it. Very responsive, but that's a very good thing. The same goes for the button. The touch itself, it's not the same like an original one. Like we're having slightly wiggly buttons, but when you're having like the cheap devices, when you're pressing one button you can see them moving all around. You can see all the buttons moving at the same time. That doesn't happen here. So that's it, looks very nice, comes with a very long cable, very thin cable. Of course the original connector that we're going to need, but let's do a quick comparison with, let's say, a fake and an original one. Okay, so the measurements, the mold itself, it's slightly different when you're looking at the original controller, and that applies also with the D-pad. The D-pad has a shorter travel with the original one, and of course the button feels like so much different when it comes to the original controller. You can see like wiggling around, and we don't have this issue with the original controller. So let's get ourselves the fake version from Retrobit, I'm saying it correctly. Like this was, so far I know, like a copy of the original one. And it's the same quality like the original Sega. D-pad feels slightly different, but like this is a really long travel floating D-pad. So here we're going to get a lot of differences when it comes to controller. How good it is, actually we can say it when we're going to play with it. But I just want to give you a quick side by side. You can see like even it looks on the eye an original one or a copy, but they are like completely different. Quality wise, but also form factor wise. But in this video I wanted to do extended testing with different kind of games. So we're having Street of Rage 2 for the soundtrack test because I can dream that original soundtrack. Then we're having like multi-game cards, we're having like Everdrive from China and the original one. Then we're having Xenocrisis, that's basically like a new, let's say, reproduction game. Virtual Racing with the special chip, and not to forget Sonic and Knuckles in combination with Sonic 3. We're going to test them all just to see how will they work on this mini Mega Drive / Genesis game console. Okay, so let's power on the system. Let's see if this thing has built-in games. No, they're not that naughty. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is let's try some games. Let's begin with the Everdrives. First test, let's try the EverDrive. The EverDrive from AliExpress. Let's power it on. Okay, so the menu is booting up, so this means that this device has been supported with the mini version. Okay, let's try the original. Let's power it on. Let's see what happens. Same story, boot up. So we can use the EverDrive, the original and the Fate version. Next up, let's try the multi-game card. Let's power it on. Multi-game card works, but first let's boot up a random game just to see how it works. Because sometimes, especially with multi-game cards, if you want to boot it up with the game, it gets stuck in the menu. The game itself boots up, so it's also compatible with multi-game cards. Next up, virtual racing with this special chip and this beefcake of a video game card. Let's plug it in, let's power it on. Let's see what happens. And so far I can see nothing is happening, but to make it for sure, I'm going to clean the cartridge again and boot it up for the second time. Okay guys, so I tried to clean it up, but sadly it doesn't work. So virtual racing, the special chip, doesn't work at all. That makes me curious, will Sonic 3 and Knuckles work? First, Sonic 3. See, now we're going to get the message that it doesn't work. Let's put it on Paul. Let's power it on again. And somehow he doesn't boot up. Come on. Come on, boy. Oh, it's kind of weird. Alright, let's boot it up in a different region. So the weird thing is, like, we get the message that it doesn't boot up. I got the right switch now. Now it's set to PA. Holy crap, that sounds completely messed up. Okay, I can't take it anymore. Okay, let's grab ourselves the Sonic 3 and Knuckles combination card. Alright. The music is so awful. Oh, seriously. Okay, so let's plug it in. Oh man, what a tower of power it is. Okay, let's see. So it seems to be that the combination card seems to be working. That's kind of strange. It still sounds messed up, but okay. And also, like, when you're looking at the quality, oof. Oh crap, it's all messed up now. I bounced it. Before we're going to do the sound test, let's try out Xenocrisis from Bitmap Bureau. It's basically like a homebrew game, a game that they just released. When I say homebrew game, it sounds kind of negative. Let's boot it up. You can hear a lot of interference, and it is not the game itself, it's just this device. And the colors are all washed out. But you see that this game works perfectly. Let's try the final test, Street of Rage 2, with the sound test. Okay guys, so for the final test I wanted to try out Street of Rage number 2, and the reason why, very simple, I want to check how the soundtracks are. I can tell you, like, it's not good. But we're going to do some more testing. Another thing, I tried with the region switch, and fun fact, it's a PAL game, but it doesn't work on the PAL system. Yeah, it's just completely messed up. So let's take a close look at the soundtrack and let's play some Street of Rage 2. Oh, this is just as bad like all the other clones and stuff I've reviewed. The controller itself does play very well. Like, it plays excellent. Responsive D-pad. Okay guys, so let's do a quick teardown. I just wanted to see how this thing is built up and what are we going to get in the inside. I don't know, a lot of you really love to see the inside. So for you, my friend, Wicked family, Yeah, I'm just going to do a special teardown. And if you're thinking Wicked Family, what is this guy talking about? The Wicked Family are the people who are subscribed to my channel, so consider subscribing and hit that little bell and become one of the Wicked Family. Okay, so let's open it up. Okay, so the upper shell, all the buttons are stuck in this, so there's nothing that can fall out. Oh, kind of weird construction when it comes to the volume control. Okay, let's flip it to the other side. So the construction is quite interesting, if you ask me. Okay, let's remove the parkers over here. Let's see if we're going to get a rubber membrane, or is it a piece of plastic? It's hard plastic. But nevertheless, there we're going to get the switch itself. So when you're looking at the PCB layout, here we're going to get the LED that is sticking out very long. Otherwise, you couldn't see it in the casing itself. But here we're going to get the Mega Drive Mini revision 1.0. Okay, so that's quite interesting. The device itself works with a TCT 6801 chip, and I have seen this chip before in many of these devices. Reset button over here, and so far I can see there is no production date whatsoever, and I would love to see that. So let's turn it around. There's nothing over here to see. This piece of plastic holding, yeah, it's more like covering up the ports. Ooh, the soldering is not done properly, like it looks really hideous. But this is such a bummer. There's no production date whatsoever, so we cannot pinpoint that. Switch for the region. But yeah, that's it. That's the only thing that we're going to get in the inside. Oh boy. But let's go to the final conclusion. Okay guys, so this is what we're going to get with this fake or prototype, whatever this thing is, 16-bit Mega Drive Genesis. Nevertheless, the controller itself is very good. I only came with one controller, a little bit of a bummer, because I was going to use some extra Sega Mega Drive controllers. To even have the mode function. It's very convenient, this controller, if you want to play some Xeno Crisis. But yeah, when it comes to the gameplay, oh man, the signal output is pretty damn awful. It does have stereo sound, but it is not like it should be with the original Doom. Let me know in the comments what you think of this. I want to thank you for watching. Consider subscribing, hit that little bell, become one of the Wicked Family. And I will see you in the next video.